Your topic of the day, Ms. Morrison.
I feel like the controversies in the industry lately, honestly, have been like interesting. I don't know. It's just like we're seeing interesting things happen, including with Chappell Roan and how she is not coping. And I say coping not because it's like you can do this well or not. I'm just saying it's like handling fame is a very personal experience. And I think we're seeing that play out with Chappell Roan. And I also think, like I brought this up with Brew like a couple days ago, we were talking about it, but it was like, how is the intensity of fame and now that people are like popping off the way that they are? How are people able to handle that? Like, how is it going from night and day versus like a Lady Gaga who like struggled her way for years to get to a point where she knew what she was getting into. The fame came to her when she was ready.
She also wanted it.
She also was going to say she wanted it, right.
But Chappell's been performing and she's been like,
that goes back to my favorite saying. It's like, if you like to perform and the music speak to you, but you don't want the fame, play coffee shops.
Right.
Why you ain't playing at Venice Beach? Like, I just don't understand why you got a record deal working with Olivia Rodrigo's producers, and then it's like, oh my God, I'm famous. Well, this...
Yeah, right. Right.
Is that not what we doing here? And I mean, listen, I love the girl. I had a very unique experience with Chappell Roan because everybody's been loving her for so long. And I had heard a lot of the songs, but I hadn't like jumped all the way in. Mm-hmm. And when I saw her at Lollapalooza in Chicago, I was blown away. I could show you some videos in my phone, like not just of her. I kept putting the camera back on myself and be like, oh my God. Like I was shocked at how much I loved her songwriting, her voice. Everything about being at her show felt perfect. And in that moment, I was like, Chappell Roan got a new stand in me. She don't even know. I'm finna be number one at everything. And then slowly but surely, she kept talking.
She's like, actually.
And she kept talking. I was like, I'm going to listen to the album. I'm going to keep it at the album.
So, but like, for those who don't know what's going on, Chappell Roan is an artist who popped off. She had a song called Good Luck Babe. And before that, Pink Pony Club, I guess.
Pink Pony Club, Hot to Go.
Way bigger. But like Good Luck Babe was the one that like went crazy. Everybody knew. It's the song that got me into her and then started to listen to all her other stuff. She's amazing, very talented.
Super talented.
And she has like a, would you call it an alter ego, how she performs? She performs in drag, right?
Yeah, but she's also queer.
Yeah.
So it just... and she said, I think, I don't want to misquote her, but that she likes to dress that way because of like where she's from and how bad people make fun of like drag people and queer. So she likes to overdo it to represent for drag culture.
Yeah, and it's recognizable. It's amazing. She looks great every single time she's on stage. Great performer, but she is just not happy with fame in and of itself, like the concept of fame and people recognizing her on the street, talking to her in public, coming and asking for hugs. I think she's like...
As she said, you don't fucking know me.
Yeah, well, hi, which you don't. You don't.
Okay, so...
Go ahead.
Can you say her name again?
Chappell Roan.
Chappell Roan. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I want to call it Chappell Roan so bad. I'm so bad with names. But I found out she's an Aquarius.
You feel like she is?
No, I found out she's an Aquarius. Oh, you found out. And that, to me, spoke volumes. I'm a zodiac person. Yes,
so am I.
I'm one of those.
So am I.
She's an Aquarius, and she, like, we could talk about this all we want, but I'm letting you guys know, she does not give a fuck. She stands on business.
No, you right about that.
She don't give a fuck.
She do not care.
She does not, she doesn't want us to go up to talk to her. That's it. That's it. Like, whether we like it or not. And honestly, I kind of like it a little bit.
Well, I guess some people do like it.
I like the fact that, like, in society right now and just celebrity culture where everything is just so exposed and everyone's just getting, like, bullied and left and right, she's standing on business. She's like, fuck what y'all talking about. What's her name? Kaylee. Don't call me Kaylee.
She said, don't call me her by my real name.
My name is Chappell Roan, and that's what my name is. And like, I appreciate that. And like, obviously, I feel like in this like day and age, girl, they gonna call you Kaylee whether you like it or not. And that's another thing. It's two-sided. It's like she don't give a fuck what we talk about, and millions of the people really. And I know it's sad to say, it's like, well, we should, but it's society. Like we don't.
They don't care.
We don't like.
People
we don't
gonna do what they're gonna do.
We're gonna do what they're gonna do. So she has to. She either needs to get with the program and accept it in some sort of fashion or not. But I want to say one thing. Like Carisha from the City Girls, she had the same sort of thing with her name, where in the City Girls, she's Young Miami.
Yeah.
And people started calling her Carisha. And she was like, stop calling me Carisha. My name is Young Miami. Don't call me that. Da 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 da. She kept going off on tweets and stuff like that. And eventually she's accepted it. She has a million.
Carisha, please.
Carisha, please. She has multiple games with it.
Ooh.
So I feel like after a while, Chappell will like get used to things in some sort of sense and like be able to like monetize it in some sort of way. But
well, I was going to say to your point about get used to it. Did you guys see the VMA clip?
Which one?
So at the VMA,
yes.
she
The photographer.
cuts the and I always say with that clip, and I'm going to read a couple other things I read about her before we move on, but like that one bothered me a little bit too because everybody's like, yeah, she snapped back at the guy. He should not have cursed at her. She's a young lady. I understand that. But if you look at the full clip of somebody else posted, they were all yelling at her when she got to the carpet like, Chappell Roan, Chappell.
She's not used to that.
She's not used to that. But to me, we've worked on carpets, all three of us.
Right.
That's a part of the carpet. Everybody's trying to get their photo. They're yelling at you. They're trying to get the picture. And I guess she was like angry at them for all the yelling. And that's when he was over there like to himself like, shut the fuck up. And then that's when she was like, no, you shut the fuck up. And it's like, well, actually, girl, you are in our house.
Right.
And this is how this works. So it's like that part of it bothers me is like this is part of our industry. Fans are a part of the industry. A red carpet with photographers yelling at you. These are a part of your job description at this point.
Yeah.
And just two of the other things I thought that was really funny is these tweets are just funny. So she told some outlet they were asking her about the Hailey Bieber Air One smoothie.
Oh, I saw
And she
this.
said, and you know what? All you bitches think this is healthy, but it's just a milkshake. And somebody retweeted
like,
and
"Fuck
put,
this smoothie."
she just wake up mad.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing today.
And then there was this one. This one was great. She told Face Magazine on the possibility of winning a Grammy. I'm kind of hoping I don't win because then everyone will get off my ass. See, guys, we did it and we didn't win. Bye. I don't have to do this shit again.
Why are you doing this?
And then somebody was like, I think we need to stop asking her questions for a little bit.
I want her. She needs to go on her little Lauryn Hill vibe. Drop that one. Have this one. She has this one little album out. Be quiet, go in hiding, and just perform the album every once in a blue moon. Do a little 10-year, 5-year anniversary show. Call that a rap. Because I'm I'm tired of her.
That's what I'm saying. Though.
I like her. I like her. It's a two-way street. Like I like her little Aquarius, little feisty little self, but I also need you to shut up and move somewhere.
Like the Grammys, if you get nominated for a Grammy on one of your first massive products, this is a big deal. And you talk about, I hope I don't win.
And there's people that like won't even get the opportunity or don't even have the chance to get that want it so bad, and you're over there like acting like a little spoiled brat is insane.
I love the flip of Catrise in our conversation.
She was just like, wait, actually, no.
It's like, okay, it's like, again, Chappell don't give a fuck, but it's also, we don't give a fuck either. Like, I'm going to tell you how it is too. Like, you either need to get with it or get lost. Like, you have your one little good album. You ate that hoe. And like, you either gotta get with it with the industry, or you gotta move around, sit back, do your little 5-year anniversary show.
Play Venice Beach.
Right.
Go do Venice Beach for your little 5 years.
Play the coffee shop, girl.
I'm gonna say this. I think we're just seeing in real time somebody who is just unprepared for what the reality of being an artist and being a successful artist, which a lot of people want. You know, like that's the thing is like I feel like I get it because I'm an introvert too. That would drive me insane if I could not walk through an airport without makeup on, without somebody like tugging at my sleeve. I would be irate. Like that's what I'm saying though. It's like I see it, I get it, but it's just like that's why I don't want to be a famous, successful artist or actor or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like there's two sides of it. I feel empathetic towards the struggle, and then also as somebody that works in the industry.
Empathy.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like
you're right.
There's a level of unpreparedness that I also just feel as if like you need to work through. You know, like you need to like come to Jesus a little bit.
Out though is crazy though, because before we end off, I just want to say one thing.
She's 26.
I know.
I just asked Google how old she was.
Yeah.
I was like, is she like 21 or something?
No,
I'm like,
she's
no,
not
she's
a
a
kid.
grown
Yeah.
woman.
She's
She need to
young.
stop.
And also, Ice Spice hip hop. Ice Spice went off astronomically out of nowhere, and I don't see her. I didn't see her acting like that.
No, but honestly, I mean, that was honestly going to be a part of like this whole question. It's like I just feel as if artists these days are popping off too quickly and like are going too like it's burning too close to the sun a little bit.
Because it's so easy to get fame fast.
Yeah.
And you got to think outside of the music space, it happens to influencers, whether it's Hot Tub Girl or whoever that just
the
comes
Britney
out
Renner
of nowhere.
thing today. Did you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't even see that.
How I think she's saying she's like running out of money.
Oh, wow. But yeah, people just get famous so fast. And it happens to musicians too. And, Chappell says, I've been doing this forever. Girl, we didn't know it.
No,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm glad you've been grinding for 10 years.
Right.
But
that's wonderful.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think it happens really fast for people, and they don't have the media training. But I think that is the job of the label to instead stop thrusting people out there to make the money, not caring about their mental health, not caring about preparing them for what is ahead.
I've also heard artists
industry.
turn down media training though. Like I've also heard it's like,
but also I guess my thing is, if you don't like it so much, why would you go to the VMAs? I was actually surprised to see
why
that
would you work
too,
with these
actually,
massive producers?
Honestly,
I think when I found out her album wasn't some indie produced by her cousin in the garage album, the way she's acting, I'm like, you're on a major label. You worked with Dan Nigro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is all the makings to be famous.
That's
success.
what I'm saying. If you don't what I don't know. If you're signing to a label, you have dreams.
You have
to be famous. No, why would you sign to a label?
I think people have dreams of maybe like supporting themselves through their music. I think sometimes it's like they forget that being stopped at the airport might be a part of that. Like this is. I'm just like trying to. I agree. But that is my point. Is that I just feel as if there's like something's disconnected here.
TV, I'm wanting to get noticed. I don't know.
Maybe is it that we know that because like we work in the industry and like we wanted to come.
I'm talking about before I got into the industry. My dreams. I'm looking at stuff like I want to be like that person on Disney Channel. I want to be like that person on da 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 da. You see what you want to be.
And by the way, I would like to say, being on the other side of the carpet and working with artists, I interview people all the time. I talk to artists all the time that have anxiety, that are introverted, that do not love fame, do not love the access, but they know how to deal with it. They've learned how to deal with it, and they do it when they need to. They do it when they're on a press run. They do it when they have to do their little, like, pop in and do these little interviews with this carpet. And sometimes you can feel that energy, and you're like, okay, they might not be having a great day. I'm going to change my energy. I'm going to keep this interview short because I can tell this person might be a little overwhelmed at this moment. That I see, but they know that. I think the difference is they know this is part of what they have to do.
Right.
And that's the part that rubs me about
I did.
her.
The one artist that I knew had severe anxiety, and I interviewed him, and it was a great interview, whatever, but like you could feel it, was NF. Do you remember NF, the rapper? It was like around the same time as, who's the other white rapper? But he's mixed, but he's white.
Ooh.
Logic.
Oh.
Logic. He was on Logic's tour, I think.
He makes, but he's that's a hell of a description for Logic. But honestly, shout out to the description.
I'm sorry. That's been the discourse.
I was like, oh yeah, Logic.
That's been the discourse. I'm so sorry. That's no disrespect, but I'm just saying it was like he was on that tour, and I interviewed NF in Charlotte, and he like is known for having like severe anxiety and like not liking being on stage. So that's one of the other times. But for the most part, yeah, I agree. I've been around artists too that like you just know that they don't really thrive in public situations, but like that's their job.
They make good music, and that's what they want to do.
Amazing music. And honestly, sometimes I don't need Beyonce. Don't talk too much.
She don't talk at all.
No. She don't give me this good music, and I appreciate that. And I don't really. I think that's another thing too. I just want to say this last thing. It's like artists. Sometimes we don't need to hear from you. Sometimes, as much as people beg and plead, it is sometimes good to just. To be honest, not hear your thoughts other than your music. Because sometimes the thoughts be some stuff I don't. Then it takes away from the music, you know. And it's like, sometimes I just drop a good album, drop a good single, and I want to support that. So.
Isn't that weird though? Are we allowed to tell artists to like, hey,
shut up?
Like, are
Kanye West?
Yeah, are we allowed to? Hey, because it was a Blake Lively thing too that she kind of just like tanked her own.
That's a tangent. So before we go down that road, let's jump on my topic. I'm very excited to discuss.
What is it?
And that's a viral tweet that went super viral recently, where it's Tate McRae's new music video for "I'm Okay." I'm okay. I think is the name of it. And the quote of the tweet is just like, "Wow, she's this generation's Britney Spears."
Britney Spears, yeah.
And honestly, first of all, Tate, wow, what a video. It looks amazing. It's such a throwback to the original like pop massive music videos. I think it looks great. I think she's an amazing dancer. I love watching her perform. She did the BBMAs. I was floored. I think she's great. I do not think she's Britney Spears. And I think even I've noticed, and this is what I think was a decision by the label, which is what I think is interesting. That
it's called It's Okay, I'm Okay.
It's Okay, I'm Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. I think that the label made this decision because I've interviewed Tate. And even when I interviewed her, she was like, oh, here comes this Britney stuff, right?
Oh.
When I asked her about like how she keeps getting compared to Britney. And I've seen her in other interviews where people constantly are like, you're like Britney. And I think I've seen, from what I've seen before this music video, she had been very much like, I respect Britney, I love Britney, that's my girl, but like, I'm trying to do my own thing, y'all. Can y'all stop comparing me to her?
Got it.
Now, when I watch this video, there's several Britney references in the video. She is giving Britney as hard as anybody can give Britney. So I think that's why it's like, oh, is she now just like, okay, if everybody gonna say, I'm like Britney, well, here's me giving Britney, you know?
Embrace
it's
it.
how I took it as kind of an homage, and I didn't actually mind it, but then this comparison got the internet mad. The quotes is Britney fans fighting, Tate fans fighting, and people being like, she ain't Britney. Y'all need to stop comparing her to Britney. Like, the song ain't good. I don't know what she's saying. Well, yeah, people, the quote tweets are pretty rough. And I think for me, as a Britney army over here, it's just, I think, I would be very happy for somebody to fill Britney's shoes or to fill that void in the industry of like a dancing, massive performer that's killing it. But I just don't think you can say that about somebody that's this new. That Britney came out with Baby One More Time. Do you understand what Baby One More Time is? Do you understand what Oops, I Did It Again is? Do you understand what Slave For You is? Do you understand this woman was everywhere all of a sudden at once, #1 albums, #1 tours? That's not what Tate McRae is right now.
Okay.
But do you not have Greedy?
Great song.
Okay, but
it's a great song.
Okay.
It's a great song. I'll co-sign that.
You know I love you, Tetris. I say this with love. I say this with love.
Oh God.
You older fans gotta stay back over there. We are in a new day and age. We're in 2024. No. I'm just saying, because these older fans keep talking about, oh, the girls aren't Britney. They're not Christina. They're not NSYNC. They're not da-da-da. That was 2001, 2003. We're in 2024. That girl, Tate McRae, ate that music video down. She has had Greedy. She had a very successful tour this past summer. She had exes. And now she has It's Okay, I'm Okay.
Our video guy says I feel attacked.
The music video that she just dropped was whoosh. I feel
it's
like
great.
I'm so excited for the people, the fans, the young folks that are finally getting a pop star in 2024.
Yeah.
And I really do feel like, yes, she's not Britney Spears. So let's just get that out of there. She's not Britney Spears.
That's what the comparison.
She's
That's
Tate
what we
McRae.
hate.
Yeah.
And I feel like in 2024, she is doing very, very well. And she has definitely dropped some amazing material.
Yes.
It's Okay, I'm Okay. I'm gonna be very shocked if it doesn't do well on the charts, and because the world chart people now these days.
Right. And I think that
But I'm really sick of the whole like, it's the older Britney 2003, no offense, 2002 fans that grew up in high school and they're just stuck in that. But you got the new high school kids. You got the new middle school kids.
But why don't they work hard enough for their queens then? Because these songs,
they are. You clearly saw them going back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, but the song's not performing. I mean, I'm saying even Greedy isn't a #1 Hot 100 hit.
I think it did.
No, it didn't. I think it was
2?
3. I think as high as it got was 3. 2 or 3.
Fact check.
But it definitely did not go #1.
I'm gonna say, I agree. I actually agree with you. But in a sense where it's like, we all experience different things as generations together, and that's a beautiful thing. And then Gen Z is going to have their own version of Britney Spears. Just like boomers are not going to look at Britney Spears and be like, that's my queen. Like, I think they had like, I don't know, they love Elvis. I don't fucking know what else they Oh, Madonna.
Elvis, Madonna.
Yeah, you're right. Madonna was boomer. Yeah, you're right, because that's my mom. I went way too far back. That Greatest Generation was fucking Elvis and some shit. But there is
every generation has their queen.
Yeah, there's something to be said for maybe it is that.
But to me, and just to get there, I think, and I'm not even trying to sell her as the next Britney either, but I think if you were trying to give this throne that has not been filled yet,
please don't say it.
It would have to be Sabrina Carpenter.
How?
And that's just, but to me, she's more successful. Her name is more, she's becoming more synonymous. Her performance at the VMAs was very pop.
It was
Her
good.
song has went #1. Espresso was everywhere in the same way that a Baby One More Time or a Toxic, or those songs are just synonymous with culture.
Right.
Tate hasn't had that big of a song. I cannot walk up to a stranger at the Grove on the street and sing Greedy and they know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yes, they
it's
are.
not gonna happen.
Yes, first of all,
it ain't happening. Your mama do not know Greedy.
Greedy went #1 on both Billboard global charts, which that means the world. Not the U.S. because Hot 100's U.S. The global chart, it's went #1 multiple times. So let's just get that back.
And
straight.
you think you can walk up to a stranger on the street talking about Greedy? No. But can you walk up to a stranger and say, "Is that me, espresso"?
I need
Yeah.
Selena to get into this choreography more than. If we're
her
gonna
dancing
say,
isn't on Britney level.
if we're gonna quote unquote compare Sabrina to Britney, that's just where I have trouble at, because Sabrina's that girl. Let's not get that twisted.
Yeah.
She ate that short and sweet. She ate that little period.
Yeah.
And she's giving princess. She's giving looks. She's giving the blonde.
But I just don't have. I don't see the choreography. And to me,
But,
when I
okay.
think of Britney, it's that choreography.
Oh no,
I
Tate's
haven't
giving
seen
the
it.
choreo.
And Tate's giving that choreo.
Is that more though? Is that what Gen Z's looking for? Because obviously, I think like with Sabrina, I know you say that, but it's like, but you have Sabrina, who isn't dancing, but obviously is getting like the same amount of exposure, I guess, as a Britney would have back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And then you do have a Tate, and maybe it's way too early in her career. You know, like Sabrina's older as well, right? She's like maybe even, but career-wise, she started at Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Like she has
Sabrina's
like a
been
whole
around for a while.
fan base, like
None
whatever.
of them came out the gate with a #1. Just saying.
Right, yeah.
Well,
but like
hold
with
on,
Tate's just starting, so maybe.
Hold on, when you bring up Disney, I will say Britney did start with Disney too.
She did.
She did.
I just need Sabrina to get into them. The only
The
thing
choreography was cute at the VMAs.
it's cute. No, I'm just saying, if she just gets into if she hits that Dua Lipa, because I saw a comparison
now
of Dua
be hitting it too now.
Listen, Dua
Dua's
started
doing it.
Dua started from
Dua's doing it.
to here.
Dua be up here.
Here now. So if Sabrina just gets here, oh yeah, she's.
I want it for Dua too.
And she can act.
I love
she
Dua
can
Lipa.
sing. She definitely has a lot of. It's just I need her to get into that. Then I can compare her, or even think about comparing her to Britney.
Yeah, I just have a problem with like comparing any artist to older artists. I don't think it
There you
serves
go.
anybody.
It
I don't think
just
it
is a
serves the
fan
culture.
thing.
Yeah, but it's like, but when you do that, you're reestablishing that you think Britney is like the epitome of all artistry ever. If you're doing that
When it's really
comparison,
Beyonce.
and then at the right, but I'm saying it's like you can do that with anybody, but at the end of the day. Again, it's like I don't think anybody can be the next Beyonce because there's
No, you
only
can't.
one. And like, why would you want that?
Exactly.
There's going to be a new whoever.
And there's probably never going to be a new Britney.
Yeah, no, I don't think there will be. And I'm okay with that. I actually don't think it's like, I think it's kind of pointless to be like, this is the new whatever for anything.
Now, I guess I like that, but I do want to ask you guys, have you seen the video?
I've
So
seen
do
it.
you guys think it was purposeful?
What?
Like a purposeful homage to take
That girl
hype of
ate
the
that
Britney
little video
Spears
down.
hype?
I think a lot of young female artists, regardless of if they're trying to, want to emulate a throwback Britney moment.
Oh, the VMAs was all about it this year.
Right,
Megan Thee
right.
Stallion did it.
Right.
Sabrina used Britney's music video in her performance, the audio from
And
it.
I think if Tate
And
like
somebody
did
else.
want, I think if her team was like, hey, this is going to benefit you, or
Oh.
she finally wanted to like jump on it, that makes sense.
I forgot. Did you see her carpet look?
Who?
Tate's? No, let me look
Oh
it up.
yeah, she's
She
Britney.
wore the same Britney VMA carpet
Prada
look from
dress.
a long time ago.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. I think her label is
Yeah,
now
maybe-
trying to jump on it and be
Right.
like, oh, if that's what everybody keeps saying about her,
Oh, right. I did see
then
this.
let's
Okay.
just do it.
Yeah, and again, it's like that's great. If you can, but I think every artist ever, every female pop artist has wanted to do a Britney moment. Like, I don't think that's new. I think it's like, it's great that she has kind of dirty blonde hair and, like she can dance. That's amazing. But I don't see the comparison and I can't make parallels personally. But like, I think she's great. I think she's a great dancer.
You know what, guys? We think Sabrina's great. We think Tate's great. We think Chappell Roan's great. We
Well, that's the
support
thing is I
everybody.
do.
We
I
really
just
do.
wish
I
like,
really do think they're great.
I do
Yeah.
think, we all here at
Chappell
this
needs
table,
to
we
get it
just
together.
talk. because
Sabrina
we
needs
love
to
it.
learn choreography. Tate is that girl, period. And they're both those girls, but like
I can't
Tate
wait
is
to
that
see her
girl.
show
a little
again.
different.
And yeah, and Diddy need to get it.
It's over. He can't get it together. It already happened.
Gone.
It's been decades
It has
of that.
left the station.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we are done.
People are also saying that like at some point Jay-Z also might be implicated in
know
some
what?
of this.
And
so
I
it's
can't
like
even. I can't even. I gotta
Wait,
go.
hold on.
What?
So, Brooke, thank you. This was the industry, I guess.
Wait, you guys
Bye,
gonna
girl.
tell them where the hell to find you on social?
Jay,
Yeah.
I love Beyonce.
We all love Beyonce, but I'm just saying, if we go back far enough,
Goodness.
I can't
Some
even
stuff
do
might
the
be
Jay-Z
happening.
thing.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
even do the Jay-Z thing. I
Guys,
can't.
we
Why?
can't do that. It's just too heavy for
because
today. Where's
I just
my
feel
coffee?
like
are we gonna
First
get
of
like
all,
sniped or
I
something?
just want to
What's
say
happening?
one thing. I will say, like, first of all, what Diddy did was messed up, but
Yeah.
like, dang, Jay-Z,
Y'all
it's
ain't-
too much.
It's too much.
And and I think more than anything, I guess if y'all, Jay-Z or Diddy or whoever, well, Diddy clearly, but if y'all really was out here doing this crazy stuff, it's just like, it's very disheartening.
Just
and I
don't.
can't take it.
No,
more.
I think it is sad.
No,
I think
it is. I can't take it no
It's
more.
sad, and I think what happens is obviously none of us in this room are rich enough to have these problems, but I think
Right.
people
That's
get
another
rich
thing.
and bored. And I think,
Yeah.
you know,
They
when
do.
you have all the money in the world and you can have sex with whoever you want, everybody's
whatever you
throwing
want,
self stuff at
weird
you, everybody
stuff.
wants to be around you. We've never experienced that. So it's like I think it gets to a point where you're like trying to figure out what else you can do to entertain yourself and not be bored. And it goes
Yeah.
down a really dark path. And I just feel bad for our greats that end up throwing their careers away off of gluttony, really,
Nasty
at the end of the
little
day.
freak little-
I think-
for freak offs.
What does he? What Kendrick say?
You a freak? You're,
Freaky ass.
Oh.
69.
Oh yeah.
I think basically to wrap this up, because I also always want to give like a little industry tip at the end of these. The industry tip is if you want to be in the industry, you don't have to go down this path. Like
you don't got to go to the freak offs.
Yeah,
You don't.
You also don't got to
literally,
cuss people out like Chappell Roan.
None of us like on it. Like we don't see that in our day-to-day lives working in the music industry in Los Angeles, California, where they say apparently the devil lives and there's this dark cloud over LA.
I don't know what you keep talking about. This devil. There's an angel of God living over me and the cloud over
But
here.
that's what I'm saying. Is like if you want to get into the industry, if you love music, don't come out here thinking that you have to get into some scary, interesting, strange stuff.
No, you really don't. Work hard. Be happy.
happy,
I
be
always
yourself.
said if I wrote a book and people was like, "What was your secret?" I'll be like, "I was nice and I had fun."
There we go.
And I think
We have fun.
it shows
Minding my
people.
business.
People be like, "Whoa, you're normal." I think it actually it makes people want to help you
Facts.
because they like, "Oh, you just really just having a good time. You just
Yeah.
out here living your life."
Yeah.
They can tell you don't have some dark
Facts.
Energy,
energy
weird
trying
stuff,
to come
yeah.
up. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
And you can
I just-
feel it.
You can feel
You
it.
can feel
exactly.
it.
100%.
Yeah, avoid it and you'll be fine. Okay, throw your Instagrams and TikToks out there.
At is Tetris Bish like it's Britney bitch.
There you go.
At Catrise J, Catrise J. Don't call me that though.
Catrise. Ooh. Brooke, I am Brooke Morrison on TikTok. Nope, that was Instagram. I am Brooke Morrison on Instagram. Brooke Morrison with 4 N's on TikTok. And this was the industry, I guess. Thanks for listening.
I had too much coffee on this episode. Don't judge me.